Okay, so let's go on to something a little more cheery, shall we? Um, so we have all of these movies that we're talking about, either looking forward to or whatever else, and we have a movie that is going to be released on streaming very, very soon, and it made a whole bunch of money at the box office. And I'm talking Avatar: The Way of Water. So this. I can't believe this has been what 6 months now since it actually started. But that being said, this is finally going to get released on streaming, and um, it's awesome. I mean, I went to see it in 3D. Go back and watch the spoiler cast I did with Kyle. When he was on the channel. He's seen it like I don't know 6 times, but it's a phenomenal movie. And here is the story. Now this comes from the Wrap, and it says Avatar: The Way of Water to make streaming debut on Max and Disney Plus in June. Ready to dive into the ocean of Avatar: The Way of Water? The James Cameron directed epic will currently the third highest movie of all time will be making its streaming debut on Max and Disney Plus on June 7th. The long-awaited sequel to Cameron's Avatar, which was released back in '09, hit theaters this past Christmas and almost immediately became a runaway success. The sequel, which once again will star Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver, and Stephen Lang, saw our heroes from the first film, now with a family hiding in so now with a family hiding out in a tribe of Na'vi, devoted to the water of Pandora. And of course, the villains from the first movie, now regenerated, even though they're more lethal Na'vi avatars, catch up with our adorable Sully family, and all hell breaks loose. With more than a decade between the original and the sequel, and a running time of over 3 hours, Avatar: The Way of Water was far from a sure thing. But given how good the movie was as an eye popping visual thrill ride, and how emotional it resonates, its themes were about animal rights, sacredity of family, and the importance of protecting our oceans, Avatar: The Way of Water quickly became a box office behemoth. It was later nominated for several Academy Awards, including Best Picture. It took home the Oscar for Best Visual Effects, and it was genuinely next level effects in animation. I always kid. I said, if that didn't win visual effects, there needed to be an investigation. Since opening around Christmas, Avatar: The Way of Water played in theaters and has done well. Disney even didn't even release the movie for digital download until the end of March, and they still haven't set a physical release date for the movie, which is odd considering it will undoubtedly be reference Blu-ray for reference quality 4K Blu-ray release. Earlier, James Cameron movies like The Abyss and True Lies were never released on Blu-ray, let alone 4K Blu-ray. The original Avatar has never made it to 4K despite an upscale theatrical re-release launching last fall. The reason why the reason that Avatar: The Way of Water will be arriving on Disney Plus and Max, the rebranded HBO Max, stems from a long-standing agreement between 20th Century Fox, which Disney acquired in 2019, and the Warner Brothers Discovery-owned streamer. This has caused some much needed much. This has caused much condensation in the past, with some 20th century movie titles made by Disney going straight to Hulu just to work around the need as those titles to be delivered to HBO Max. Other joint HBO Max Disney debuts include Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. Mercifully, the agreement between 20th Century and HBO Max ran through the end of 2022. So Avatar: The Way of Water will be the last Disney-owned 20th century movie to go up to a competitor platform first. The next Avatar sequel is scheduled for Christmas of 2024, and it can't come soon enough. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. This is huge. It's huge, huge, huge. If there hadn't one visual effects, as I said, there needed to be an investigation. This is finally coming to Disney Plus, as it should be. And the other thing too is it's interesting that it's going to Max, as it's called now. I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting to see which streamer actually has more watch time. Is it going to be Is it going to be Max, or is it going to be Disney Plus? Because I think that if this is one of those things where Max gets a huge bump, and it will get a huge bump, I think that they're going to try and do something. The agreements run out. We know that, but it's just, I think that at the end of the day, I'll be curious to see which streamer gets the more view time, because I think to be honest with you, I think it's going to be Disney Plus, because not many people, more people know Max or HBO Max or whatever it's going to be called, Max, for movies. Not to say this isn't a movie; it absolutely is. Look, third all-time grossing. I think this is going to get a lot more play on there than it will, and I'll be curious to see how long it's on there for. Right? Is it only on there for 3 months? Is it on there for 6 months? I think Disney will keep this on for as long as they can, whereas I think Max will do it for a set period of time, and that's it. So, but this is huge. This is huge, and Cameron just outdid himself. I mean, when I went to see it in 3D, I was blown away. Now, I thought the story was okay. It was a little bit of a rehash, but visually, unbelievable. And look out next year, because when this gets to be, when we're coming up on Christmas of next year, this is going to do a whole bunch of money. So, anyways, what do you guys think about Avatar: The Way of Water finally being released on streaming? Is this something you've been looking forward to? Where are you going to watch it? Are you going to watch it on Disney Plus? Are you going to watch it on Max? How many times are you going to watch on streaming? How many times did you see it in the theater? Let me know your comments down in the comments section, and I will get back to everybody.